So when I was on vacation, I saw a clip from this movie I saw a long time ago called Wonder Woman 1984. So basically it's a sequel to the original Wonder Woman starring Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. And so you probably know, Wonder Woman is this really famous comic book hero from the pages of DC Comics. And her backstory is pretty simple. Before she went to North America to fight crime, she lived on this island called Themyscira among Amazonian women. And she was known as Princess Diana. So basically in the context of this particular scene, it's basically the preface to the movie. And so she's young. So it seems like she's like 10 years old or something. And she's running this race against full-grown Amazonian women, and she's winning. But then, because she's young, she allows herself to be puffed up with pride. She gets distracted, she hits her head on a branch, she falls off her horse, and now instead of being first, she's like running last. And so she still wants to win, so what she does, she cheats. She takes a shortcut, and now she's back in the lead. And she's about to cross the finish line when all of a sudden her mentor, the general of the local army, grabs her by the scruff of the neck, pulls her back from the finish line, and allows the other people to win the race. And so she's just sitting there, like, pouting. And she complains to the general, "If you didn't do this thing, I would have won." And the general says, "No, you didn't win. You took the short path. You cheated. And that's the truth. And the truth is all that matters." And then she goes on, "Diana, you're not ready to win right now, but that's okay. There's no shame in that. The only shame is knowing the truth and failing to correspond to it. No true hero is ever born from lies." And with that, she leaves, exits stage right. Then all of a sudden, the queen shows up, and Diana is still pouting. She's sitting on the floor. And so the queen comes by and embraces Diana, descends to her level, hugs her, kisses her, and refers her to the statue of this woman named Asteria, one of their local saints, if you will. And so what she says is like, "Look, Diana, look at Asteria. She didn't become a legend out of haste. She became a legend through true acts of courage, patience, diligence, and the courage to face the truth. One day a long time from now, all your dreams will come true. And on that day, everything will be different." Now, I just love that scene. I love that movie, and I want to make sure you get the right point of it all. So right now, in the present moment, we are vested with enormous power, grace, potential. And yes, there is something we're called to do to unlock that power. But the particular mode of cooperation we're called to bring to bear is not necessarily what you might expect. It's not something flashy. It's not about resolving a thing in one big moment, because oftentimes, if you think about it, that is symptomatic of a certain impatience and lack of trust in the Lord, right? What's required is something simple, hidden, and seemingly insignificant, which bears fruit over a long period of time. So for example, corresponds to the duty of the moment. Right now, where does the Lord want me to be? What does He want me to do? Am I attentive to the few things He wants me to do carefully and well? Do I have this habit of prayer where I constantly expose myself to the truth? Do I have this corresponding desire in my heart to conform myself to that same truth, as is revealed to me progressively based on my capacity to receive? And then finally, do I have patience? Patience, which is symptomatic of a deep trust in the power of the Holy Spirit. You go back to the scene, right? What is Diana's problem? It's not even really a problem. Her problem is that, look, honey, you're just a little girl. You're just a kid, as we all are in the eyes of the Lord. And I know you want to become strong and win the race like right away, but that's not how it works. You can't rush spiritual maturity. And so if you want to cooperate with the work of the Holy Spirit, be patient, especially with yourself. Give yourself time and space, and trust the Holy Spirit. What He's begun in time, He will ultimately bring to completion.